Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we dive further into our ARCA debut rookie season where our PR manager actually has an option for us to go between a crew meeting or a NASCAR fan zone appearance. The fan zone appearance gives us more reputation. The crew meeting, however, gives us more work points to spend on the car. I didn't really know at first which one I should have went for, but I wanted the work points, so I skipped the fan zone appearance and we take the crew meeting and we take an extra 40 work points to put into repairing the parts on this Toyota number 41 for Top Tier Racing. So that's going to help us quite a bit coming into hopefully this weekend, where we're going into Talladega this weekend as well. There's going to be an exciting race, but we would dive a little bit more into some of the parts, and I actually was thinking about swapping in my level 3 chassis instead of repairing the level 1 chassis. Now, when you swap a chassis, some reason you can't repair, unfortunately. I would like for that to be an option, but you can, if you swap it, you can't repair the one that you put in. You have to wait till the next opportunity comes up. But yeah, messing around with the bodies and the chassis and whatnot, eventually I would come to a kind of conclusion of what I wanted to do. As you can see, the chassis is going to be 100%. We've got a now level 5 body on the car that I've purchased, and as well on top of that, we are looking to maybe buy a level 5 suspension in today's episode. But yeah, we bought a level 5 body, and that is the, I believe, best body you can get, as coming into this weekend, William Sawalich leads over Brendan Queen in the points standings by just a handful of points as we come into Talladega Superspeedway. Now, we know this is the type of race that right now, as an underfunded, low equipment team here at Top Tier Racing, we are going to have more of an opportunity this weekend here in Talladega than we will at the majority of the other races. We have got 5 races coming your guys' way today, so I hope you're excited for that now. And one of the goals as well in today's episode is to lock in a new sponsor for the team going into the next few races, as well as we come through into qualifying for Talladega. Still expecting to qualify towards the back of the field. The car's still not very fast as we come through the tri-oval down to the start-finish line, and sure enough, it's dead last. P40 with a 55.110. So some work to do, but we saw that happen last episode in Daytona. I don't see any reason why we can't be competitive here again in Talladega. Now, as you see, Jake Finch on pole over Lawless Allen as we were ready to go racing. Let me know if you like the 4 to 5 race format for the ARCA series down below as we get underway now. And like I said, in trucks and Xfinity, we're going to do like 3 or 4 in trucks and like 2 or 3 in Xfinity per episode. And of course, when we get to the Cup Series, it will just be 1 race per episode. And of course, the races will get longer every series that we jump up. So let me know down below what you think about the kind of quick format. I know you guys don't want to just sit through, you know, every single episode being 1 race of ARCA. We would be here forever doing that through all the series. So I want to speed things up for a little bit here and get us into, you know, the top stuff and whatnot as quick as possible, as we are right off the bat pulling up to the back of Eric Johnson. Dive down to the inside. Last time we went plate racing, well, it was Daytona in our ARCA debut, and we all know how that went. We were on our roof on the final lap of that race. It was a pretty catastrophic crash where we walked away, fortunately, from injury now. So super speedways haven't been kind to us to kick things off in our NASCAR career, as we of course look forward to hopefully just getting out of this one without crashing the car, and that would be a nice just step forward. So as we're now back on Eric Johnson's number 5 Toyota, back to the inside of him here as we got Isaac Kitzmiller. We're actually going to go in the middle as we would have some help from behind with some bump drafting. Now, it looks like the super speedway racing, I think Daytona is a bit better for sure than it is at Talladega. They kind of spread out a lot more, it feels like, when it comes to Talladega. So definitely enjoy the Daytona experience a bit more as we are making our way into the top 35, which is our sponsor goal. So, I mean, we've already got ourselves where we need to be, but obviously we want to continue working our way further as well. That's going to help a ton with the reputation that we gain as we roll through 1 and 2. We've got some trouble. Someone's crashing up there, and the caution's going to fly as we hit the back of the car in front of us. Multiple cars, and the big one early in Talladega. Many cars crashed, and unfortunately, we've damaged the radiator, so we are going to have to come into the pits and repair some damage as well, as I mean, absolutely destroyed the rear rear bumper of the car in front of me there, so no surprise the damage. So we're going to come in for 5 seconds of repairs. I believe it's a title contender of William Sawalich, actually, because Sawalich pitted and so did Isabella Robusto. Those two at least take damage. They were for sure involved, and what you'll see as well, and I'm hoping this gets fixed, but the cars that get in accidents and get damaged, sometimes they pit, sometimes they don't, but even if they do pit, they are really, really slow after their crash to a point they're way off the pace, and then the leaders, when they come up on a super slow car, they struggle to pass that car, and it kind of screws up everything. And look at Robusto and Sawalich in my mirror. They are dropping back like crazy. You see what I mean? They are that far off the pace. So that's something I would like to see get improved. I mean, I like the fact that they're slower, but they shouldn't be that slow. And obviously, as well, the leaders need to be able to get around them in a way more convenient way. Nonetheless, I'm having a blast so far in this career mode as we continue on here. Lap 6 of 10 in this race, not exactly where we want to be running, but I'm confident we can get ourselves maybe towards the top 25. Top 20 would be really nice as we hit lap 7 of 10. The lap count is so small in this game still. I actually had to put my glasses on so I could try to read it, as I believe we've got more drama just about happening. There was some stacking up there. Looks like we're all good, but I mean, I had to really lift there on the back of Johnson Jr.'s car now, and you can see the damage done, falling backwards now as we're back down to P37. We'll jump back up in line behind Kyle Keller, but a lot of disorganization at the back of this pack here from Talladega Superspeedway. I mean, the pack got all weird right there. As you can see, everyone's kind of separated a little bit now, so certainly something happened, just couldn't quite pick up on what it was now as we exit turn 2. Now looking to just put this SRI Toyota Camry number 41 for top tier racing really wherever it's going to go. And here we go through the middle now, making a move now, trying to get to the inside of DL Wilson. We'll get to the inside lane, and then I was very quickly back up to the middle as we came to lap 8 behind Cole Raz, coming to just 2 laps to go here across the start finish line now, and we've got some help coming from behind as well into turn number 1. So we are continuing now into the top 30, splitting through the middle. Thank you very much. Now as you see a bit of a lack of momentum right here in front of us, that's going to pull us right up to the back of that car that we just destroyed earlier of Hunter Wright when that first caution came out. Now these super speedways have been a bit wild so far this season as we approach the final lap of racing here from Talladega, now through the tri-oval into the top 25. Now as I jump up to the outside, just trying to put this car wherever the momentum's going, and here we go. We're going to go 3 wide to the top now as we go into turn 1, but the momentum's gone just as quick as it started. Now is a bounce off that 85 as we get back down in line through 1 and 2. Now heading down this back straightaway for the final time here from Talladega Superspeedway. Who's going to get back here first? Now we split through the middle now. We'll jump down, or no, we're going to stay to the outside here into the top 20. Brayton Laster there as well. Willie Mullins, we're going to stay just in line behind him for the time being now, as it looks like you've got 2 lanes established up front, 1 on the bottom on the yellow line, 1 up on the wall as we exit turn number 4. Through the middle we go, just fighting for anything we can find. Now coming to the checker through the tri-oval now, and no, I had to lift there for Kitzmiller through the tri-oval. Help from behind, but it's going to be a top 20, a very much needed top 20 after the last episode where we finished 40th in the last 2 races that we did. It was actually Ryan Roulette who would pick up the victory here. So great, of course, result for him. And you got Jim Kowiak there in second over LeVar Scott, Jake Finch, and Brendan Queen. We picked up $2,600 in profit for the team after this race, and you can see the effect of how that race went and what it would have on the car. I mean, actually, a lot of kind of 57, 58s right there, but the suspension is pretty worn out. But now we have a sponsor opportunity. If we can finish 32nd or better in the next race at Kansas, we will get a new sponsor. So that's going to be something, of course, we want to do. We are swapping out our suspension to a level 3 that I had already had. Unfortunately, it's also worn, but we just kind of got to go with it. But everything else, the body and the chassis and the engine, they're all in pretty decent shape. So the suspension's the only thing lacking coming into this Kansas Speedway, and hopefully we're going to be able to put a pretty decent effort together now. And honestly, I feel like we could have a chance to do some pretty good good things in the next couple of races or so as we come through into Kansas. Now we're just going to jump straight into qualifying once again, and a now still sponsor goal of that top 35. Of course, if we finish that 32nd or better, we're going to be getting a sponsor offer from a new partner, which would be great, of course, now. And we were close to getting one in the last episode there, but obviously didn't quite work out when I went and ran like absolute dog water in Bristol. So we come through to cross the stripe, and we qualify in P18 at 1.5 miles. So a very, very solid effort. The 1.5 mile racing in this game is quite a bit of fun, so I was looking forward to this race right here as we'll get ready to go racing at 7 p.m. Friday night now, and we are ready to roll. I hope you guys have been enjoying the career mode experience in the first episode, and I guess an episode and a half just about now. I've been having a lot of fun playing this game. I can't wait to get it on PC come November. We will be, of course, kind of seamlessly transitioning from console to PC when the time comes. So be ready for that as the green flag is out and we start just behind Alex Club now. And the AI, well, they just broke a bunch of rules in NASCAR. You're not allowed to do that. Go down to the apron before the start-finish line. But hopefully that's something that will get updated now as we head into turn number 1. So starting right in the midfield, question is, can we maintain our qualifying position? I am hopeful that we can pull that off, but that's certainly not a guarantee. A little bit loose there on the outside of Caleb Costner on the exit of turn 2. But yeah, 1.5 miles are a lot of fun in this game, no matter what the vehicle is. I mean, it's just a lot of fun to drive. Kind of like how 1.5 miles have like peaked right now in NASCAR. Yeah, they're super fun to come to and race at now. As we're just going to see if we can. We're going to see if we can rip the top here for a lot of this race now, as we're going to go to the outside after lap 1 to the rear of the 06 of Braden Laster, who said, "You are not going up there." He chomps my nose, and we maintain 20th position as we continue to try and get back into the mix. 3 wide in front of us now. Brendan Queen leads the way. We kind of keep seeing this trend of outside of super speedways. It's like 1 or 2 different drivers that win, and that's really it. And it's Brendan Queen or William Sawalich. There's no in between as we continue on out of turn 4 to the back of Club. Couldn't quite make anything happen. Now coming to lap 4 to the inside of him. We'll cut down onto the apron. I do like seeing this where the AI do cut down on the apron under green flag conditions that after the start, of course, but we're actually going to split the middle here and get ourselves forward passing the 15. We'll get around Brayton Laster as well, and we are putting a very competitive effort together at this point. So if we can just keep doing what we're doing, we're going to have one heck of a sponsorship opportunity. We've been dumped down the front straightaway, left rear hooked from the number 15. Caution's going to fly, and just as good as things were looking, it comes to an end because we're going to have to pit for some repairs now on the left side, the front as well as the rear. The car is not as damaged as I thought it would be, but you see there is some engine damage, some aero as well. We're going to have to come into the pits. I would have loved to show you guys a replay view of that, but I accidentally skipped it immediately after the race, so I can't show you. But obviously we got turned through the tri-oval. And that's ARCA for you. I mean, ARCA's tough, man. It's a crash-filled series, and unfortunately we were on the receiving end of just getting straight up dumped. And now our task becomes difficult because we're down to dead last, 40th position, and we got to get into the top 35 for our current sponsor goal, but we need that top 32 for a potential new sponsor offer. So we got to really focus in over these next handful of laps here if we want to be able to, of course, accommodate to both of those objectives as we come through 1 and out of turn 2. But I mean, Toyota Racing Development, like I said, they had an opportunity to put me in a top-tier ride like William Sawalich. They elected not to. They wanted to put me in this lower-funded car with top-tier racing and work our way up to prove that we can do that and respect the equipment. But unfortunately today, when I was doing exactly that, sometimes they're going to be on the receiving end of other drivers that don't necessarily respect their equipment here. But I'm learning very quick of what it's going to take to be successful here in this NASCAR pipeline now as we continue to work our way forward. Actually clipped the apron right there, but we're all good now. Right to the back of Blake Lothian as we are now, do I dare make it 4 wide? No, I don't. So we've gotten ourselves up into 36 at this point, pushing the number 5 in front of us now. I mean, great 3 wide racing. Now I'm going to split through the middle very briefly, 4 wide for like 2 seconds, and we clear the 19, and now we're into the top 35, now ripping through with just a couple of laps to go in this race here. 3 wide to the outside through the tri-oval. There you see Zachary Tinkle and that purple and black number 11. I got squeezed into the wall by Keller as we would pull back down to the inside out of turn 2 with 2 to go. 3 wide wide middle. Thank you very much. Here's Keller again. Not going to be so kind to him if we, of course, get side by side here into turn 3, which we will, but we already clear him. We're absolutely flying right at the tail end of this race now. The hole opens up. We go 3 wide in the middle, now down through the tri-oval again. Car to my left cutting down all the way to the apron as we're just scrapping it out on this final lap into the top 30, right behind Kyle Steckley, looking for 28th or maybe 27th if we can make a last corner, last lap pass right here. We're just going to rip the top and hope the momentum carries us. Brendan Queen, well, he wins again as we exit turn 4 down the front straightaway, and coming to the line, it's going to be P27 here from Kansas Speedway. Very, very happy with that comeback right there, of course, after getting dumped and put in the wall. Very strong comeback performance, and honestly, you know, I would have loved 27th just 2 races ago, but I mean, I'm a bit disappointed because I know we had a little bit more than that here today. So nonetheless, can't complain, as we will, of course, come out of that race curious to see what the damages look like on the parts of the car, as we do make almost $2,600 in profit. And we know we got the sponsor goal complete. We actually have a worn part. You see it there. Basically, if a worn part happens, it cannot be repaired to the original state you bought it. So basically, you might as well just buy a new part, because you're never going to get that part back to what it was. So we are going to have to replace the engine. As you can see, we are signing a new sponsor, Dart. I have no idea what that is, but we have signed them on. More payments from that team as well. You can see the incentives that we are probably just going to stick with normal for now, and we will be changing the paint scheme a little bit to kind of match the branding there. But we had another PR opportunity, and we're actually going to be attending a minor league game with some cup drivers that are there as well. So that will give us over 1,000 reputation. So I decided to go with that one because I didn't feel like 20 work points were going to be more valuable in this case. If it was like 40 or 50, I would probably take those. But at the end of the day, we, of course, finishing up some upgrades or repairs on the car, and it's going to be a difficult race coming up, but I would eventually decide to buy a level 5 suspension for $11,000, and we're not going to install it yet because we're going to save it, because it's not going to really fix our upcoming race. So we're going to have a pretty bad race, I think. But you can see the scheme changes I would make. It actually went for a red to white gradient on the side to kind of allow that red Dart logo to kind of shine. So the same scheme design, just a little bit of a color switch up, and I think it looks pretty slick as we come through here into North Wilkesboro. This is another reason I didn't put the new suspension on the car, is because this is a short track, so I feel like we can maybe get away with a little bit more here of just a lack of overall speed. As we come to the line in qualifying, we only go 33rd, so maybe I'm wrong. A 21.3, so definitely some work to be done. We're going to be racing under the lights again as William Sawalich is on the pole position over who's it going to be up there. Brendan Queen, Tyler Reef, Lawless Allen, and LeVar Scott. Now, as we would take the green flag for race 3 of the day here from North Wilkesboro. Now as we head down into turn number 1, Dale Quarterly right there on our right front, and immediately I missed the corner up the racetrack, and we've got some pressure from the inside. We stay clear on the exit of turn 2. And overall, I mean, a decent start now as we want to get up into that top 25, but I feel like I maybe have set the sponsor goal a little bit too high. Maybe should have went with the easy sponsor goal, at least for the current situation with this car. Maybe next race we can find some more speed, and next race actually is going to be Charlotte, so of course the home of NASCAR, so that's going to be an exciting one, and hopefully a track where we can actually represent pretty well for this top tier racing team as we continue to roll now through 3 and 4. And you can see me moving up the racetrack because I am lacking speed, so I'd kind of migrated up the track trying to kind of roll a bit of momentum. And that's one of the things I really like about this game so far, is you can run the bottom by all means, but you also do have an option to kind of, you know, move up the racetrack and kind of roll the top a little bit if you want to. And that's something that I've been having a lot of fun doing at not only here, but as well being a bunch of racetracks as well. I just like to roll the top just about everywhere. But what I can tell you for sure is that at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because this car was pretty slow, considering we didn't have all of our parts fully repaired coming into this race. So it's just not a great situation all around for us to be in, and it's just, yeah, like, okay, let's just try to hang on, maybe hope for a caution, all those kind of things here. But as the laps go on, we do actually start to battle back forward here, as you can see. So it's like, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, we've actually got an opportunity here to do something. I don't think the top 25 is going to happen, but we've moved ourselves up into 32nd. We're actually about to get lapped by William Sawalich for the first time in my career in ARCA. We've gone a lap down, unfortunately, now, and I just didn't have anything to fight him with. He is going to breeze by on the inside, say thank you very much. There goes Sawalich to the, well, he's already to the lead, of course, now, but he puts me a lap down nonetheless. But in these closing laps of this race, we run down 31st of Alex Quarterly, and there's a few other cars up here as well. We might be able to get an opportunity to pass. Up the inside into turn number 3, you got David Smith as well. Here in 30th, we clear Quarterly. He's way up the racetrack and struggling now as we are going to go to the inside of the 05, and we are going to go for that 30th position on Smith. Can we get Brayton Laster before this race is over? Now Sawalich is on cruise control right now to victory as we continue on, catching a little bit of that apron, and we're going to let this guy to my left rear go. He is not for position. I have no idea who that is, and LeVar Scott would quickly follow, coming to the finish, right to the back of Brayton Laster, nearly beat him for 30th, but we end up exactly there, P30 instead of P29. So overall, we actually came back pretty strong, and I was pretty happy about that. But William Sawalich picks up the victory, and we can fast forward into Charlotte, where I feel like this is an opportunity for us to kind of turn things around and maybe an entire turning point for the season. So we're going to put in our brand new level 5 suspension that we spent $11,000 on. That's going to be a fully upgraded piece of suspension. The body, of course, is level 5. We're going to buy a level 4 engine now for the car. So not level 5, but it's still an upgrade here. So level 4 goes into the car, and as well for the chassis, we actually just swapped it out for a level 1, so that will stay, but we got a level 5 body, a level 5 suspension, a level 4 engine, but a level 1 chassis in the car currently. But I'm confident we can upgrade that, hopefully buy a new one by the end of this episode. And going into next episode, there is a real chance by the end of next episode we could have a level 5 car all around, as we actually qualify in P5 here. So that is a great sign of things to come potentially here, as Brendan Queen is on pole position. But come race time, although we qualified in the 5th position, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out like that in the race. Now, right off the bat, kind of spinning the tires a little bit on the start, and just leaving a gap between myself and I believe that's William Sawalich right there in front of us now as we head into turn number 1, and already we're down to P7. Jake Finch breezing around the outside there. Lawless Allen did the same. The number 2 of Laney Bruce as well, and there goes Amber Balcane. I mean, yeah, we are getting absolutely destroyed. We're not even in the top 10 before we get to turn number 3. It's just not the start that I was looking for by any means. Now as we continue through 3 and off of turn 4 down this front straightaway, trying to rally back a little bit to the back of Brayton Laster now as we clear the cars behind for now. At least they're actually going to come up to me and give me a shove. They really like to give you some shoves down the straightaways on these 1.5 miles to a point where it's actually kind of dangerous. That's what got us wrecked at Kansas, was an AI trying to push me, and unfortunately it just completely turned me around instead. So now settling in currently to P11 behind Cole Raz, and just kind of relying on these guys giving me shoves from behind, but nonetheless car to my inside into turn 1. Actually tagged the outside wall. That's going to destroy our momentum for a few moments, and that allows Jason Kitzmiller to get clear for the 11th position as we exit turn 2, but we would rally back to fight with them until I would put myself in the wall again, and this time slipping all over the place there as we get a big hit from behind, as now we got more help coming. Everyone's just willing to push us. No, they split the middle instead. That's the 23 of Tyler Reef, and he's going to go take the spot, and we jump down to 15th position, so not exactly what we've been looking for, obviously. Now as we continue to the end of lap 5, smoke up ahead, someone's gone around through the tri-oval. Caution's gonna fly. Couldn't quite make out who that was, but caution's out nonetheless. We will be staying out and getting ready to go back racing. So what is that, the first caution I believe for cause outside of a super speedway, if I'm not mistaken. So we go back racing here from the 15th position. Honestly, didn't really want to see a caution because I felt pretty good about just kind of where we were, and I realized how poorly of a start I had originally, and once again I really struggle to get going here into turn number 1. Brad Smith passes us. We got Caleb Costner to my right front there. He's going to clear me on the exit of the corner. There goes the 35 of Greg Van Alst as well. Yeah, things are not looking good as we've got a push from Isabella Robusto, but I would jump up to the outside again. She would actually pass me as I tagged the wall as we continued to race hard, but I mean, clearly the race pace isn't quite what we want it to be as we're getting past left and right, it feels like, but we continue to rally back into the top 20 here, passing Costner back for 19th position, is now right behind us on the final lap. Crash out of turn 4, cautions out, and we are going to overtime. Someone mentioned in my comments that apparently ARCA has this rule where you have to finish like under green, so there's like an overtime attempt even if they crash on the final lap. So yeah, I don't really watch ARCA, so I didn't really know about that. So thank you for informing me on that, and that's why we're going to ARCA overtime here now from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 2 more laps to go, and Brendan Queen had that win in hand. I mean, he's probably still going to be cruising, but now we are at risk as well of the goal of that top 25 being jeopardized. Tim Richmond goes around the outside. Here comes Ed Pompa as well. We continue to go in the wrong direction, just trying to hang on to that top 25. Rita Goulet as well passes us into turn number 3. We drop into the 23rd position as we glide up the racetrack a little bit now, and all of these tracks I feel like I just kind of want to rip the top, and that's exactly what we're going to start doing as we come through to the start-finish line. 1 lap to go. Again, Brendan Queen trying to hang on and seal the deal for another win on the season and to continue his commanding championship push now as we roll through 1 and 2 right up to the outside wall on the exit corner. We're going to get right to the back of Pompa, give him a nice little shove down the straightaway. Can't get down to the inside. There is a car down there now as we head into 3 and 4 for the final time. Following that, number 10 is I'm actually going to screw up and hit the outside wall again. That's going to cost us coming to the line, P24, as it's going to be a drag race now, and it's Brendan Queen winning, and to the line, 24th. We at least hang on to the goal, but certainly a rough race overall that we could have done better for sure. But honestly, yeah, can't complain. At least we did match the goal that we needed, or beat it by 1 position, as you see your race winner in that number 28 of Brendan Queen. He is going to be very much the guy to beat for this championship. Now, our parts worn out a bit. The engine and the suspension are in pretty good shape, but the chassis is something we're going to need to change. But another sponsorship offer, if we finish 29th or better in the final race of today, which is going to be at Michigan, we will have another sponsorship offer as well. We did a school appearance, actually, for over 1,000 rep. We could have done the other option for money, but I took the rep instead. Now, I would make a purchase for a level 3 chassis, and that's going to bring us down to just a couple $1,000s, and then I would also make a level 3 body purchase as well. Reason being, my level 5 body was worn out, and if I wanted to go over to the level 1 body, I mean, I just didn't see the purpose in that, and I didn't have enough work points to get a lot done. So we have a full 100% car coming into Michigan. It's a level 3 body and chassis, it's a level 4 engine in the car, and a level 5 suspension, and we qualify 5th again for the 2nd consecutive race as Brendan Queen is on pole position as we would get ready to take the green flag for the last race in today's episode now. And after this, we've got an exciting next 5 races because there's a couple of road courses on the schedule. And of course, if you guys watch the prologue, you know that that's our background. It all started from road course racing, just like a lot of these NASCAR drivers coming up now, like Connor Zilish and Brent Cruz. They've all got these kind of road racing backgrounds, so that's going to be exciting to see what we can do, because I think people expect us to show up to Lime Rock Park and Watkins Glen and no matter what the car is, be competitive. But if you give me a competitive car, I think we're going to have a very good chance to run very, very strong, as we are already down to the 9th position here now as we roll through 3 and 4. This is a very draft heavy track, at least with the ARCA car. I can't speak on the other series yet, but with the ARCA car, I mean, it is very draft heavy. You are going to be bump drafting. You're going to just want to be in the draft at all times here. Now as we come through the travel, here comes help. No, Van Alst actually pulls out of line, says thank you very much. He's going to actually breeze by me on the outside. Number 93 to my right side now. We're 3 wide through 1 and 2, so just waiting to get cleared maybe and then jump up, but we actually go back down the racetrack. We're 4 wide as we head down the straightaway very briefly. Then I jump back up in line and say I'm taking it now, and we're going to continue continue to just try and manage these lanes. We're nearly getting turned. My goodness, it's wild here. More four-wide action as we lean on the 22 of Balcane as we continue on to the left side of Isabella Robusto. We're three-wide in the middle there as we head through this tri-oval, but wild racing here to kick things off in these first few laps of this Michigan International Speedway. Now, this is what I would consider, a home track type style race. It's the closest track to me, at least in Canada, as we're sideways. We're getting spun nearly in turn 3. We save it, thank goodness, there, as I believe that was off the right front of the 22. Crash behind, though, just moments after. Caution is going to fly with 11 laps to go in this race. What a wild start here in Michigan as we would get ready for a restart. No pit stops necessary, and we'll get back going here from the 19th position as we continue to try and just once again hang on to the top 25. It's the same situation that we had in Charlotte where we qualified really well, but yeah, the race pace isn't quite as good, and now we find ourselves kind of in Struggle City, just trying to hang on to finishing above that goal target for the sponsor. Now is we've got less than 10 laps to go in this race at this point, and once again really struggling with just the horsepower and taking off down the straightaways. There's Cletus McFarland breezing by me on the right side there on that number 30. He's going to head down into turn number 3, clear of myself, but runs the outside, so that's going to be an opportunity for me to get back in front of him here as we roll through 3 and 4. And this is what we need to be doing, just carrying that forward momentum. Another crash, and that's Robusto. We get a piece of it as well on the left front. Caution is out, and Robusto goes around off the corner. We pick up a bit of damage, but we're going to stay out. The damage is fairly minor, so we're going to risk it and not make a pit stop and go once again green flag racing, because I just don't have the confidence to work our way back through the field. I feel more confident about holding on for 20th, hanging onto that top 25 goal than I do if we pit and go to the back of the field. So we're back underway with just a few laps of racing here to go in Michigan now as we head into turn 1. And once again, just really slow up the line. There's McFarland on the inside. He's having a pretty respectable run as well here in Michigan as we head down this back straightaway a bit sideways on the exit of turn 2 there, as we're going to get some help here from Zachary Tinkle now. And this run towards turn number 3, we would get up the inside of McFarland. We would clear him with 2 laps to go. Now to the inside of Balcane and that number 22 as we exit turn 2, now side by side. She's going to get clear of me as McFarland is going to give me a nice push down this back stretch here to maintain the 19th position as we approach the final lap. And shocker, it's Brendan Queen leading the way now as we continue right on the back of this 22, pushing her through the corner. We'll pull out a line on the exit of turn 4 down this front straightaway. 1 lap to go for Brendan Queen. White flag is in the air, and now I've got a car coming to my inside here on this final lap. More help from Cletus McFarland. Thank you, McFarland, as we continue into turn number 1 side by side with that 0-1 of EJ Tomeo as we roll through the center, trying to just hang at his right rear. Can we do it? It's close. He clears us just barely. We'll give him a push down this back straightaway. We just got to hang on to a top 20. Jake Finch, sorry, it's not Brendan Queen leading. It's Jake Finch out in front of this race into 3 and 4 for the final time as we roll right to the back of Trevor Huddleston. Now a bit of contact there, leaning on him. He's not going to be a fan of that one. I kind of moved him out of the way. It's going to be 3 wide to the line. Drag racing. Jake Finch wins it in Michigan. We're going to be P20 at the line. We'll take it. P20, nothing to hang our head over on that one. And we come away again exceeding the sponsored goal target. And Finch picks up the victory here from Michigan now, as you see as well. Sawalich, Reef Club, and Lawless Allen in the top 3. Not the day, of course, that your championship contender of Brendan Queen was looking for, as he actually ended up like 12th or 13th it was. So following today's episode, you see where our car currently is on the right side. We are going to continue to make some improvements, but I felt like we came out of that pretty well as we look at the lifetime stats. Our rep is up to over 7,000 now. We need 10,000 to reach rank 2, so we're not far away from there, and I'm hopeful we can do that in another episode or 2. Now, there we go. We fixed up the car. Going into Lime Rock, level 3 body, level 3 chassis, and then the level 4 engine, level 5 suspension again. And we got another new sponsor of Quartermaster. This is a sponsor red, white, and blue. I feel like we're going to have to kind of change this color scheme of the car a little bit. So we should have a pretty fresh look coming in the next episode. In the ARCA series, this team right now, we're all about getting any sponsors we can, so we're just signing sponsors left and right. So Quartermaster is going to be on the car. I would like to see an option for multiple sponsors, but haven't seen anything like that yet. But Brendan Queen has just a little over 30-point margin over LeVar Scott, not even over Sawalich for the championship lead. So next episode, we take on our first road course at Lime Rock, where we expect to be competitive. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.